very different. Some weeks are very busy, some weeks are pretty steady, and then some weeks are very quiet, which those are the weeks that I enjoy the most. So I typically work 8 to 5 during the week. On the weekends is when my photography and makeup schedule picks up because that's where I have the most availability. There are some times where I actually get to do makeup and photography during the week, but I really, really try really hard to limit that because it's a lot. It's a lot to get off of work and then have to rush to go and set up or meet someone to do another service. Now, I'm not saying that it can't be done. I'm just saying that on some days it's very challenging because there are times that sometimes things happen unexpectedly at work where I may have to stay later. That'll cause my after work job to get pushed back or delayed. And then in as things get delayed or pushed back, it gets later and later, and then I get home later, and then I gotta go to sleep later. And y'all, I don't like missing my bedtime, okay? I am not one of those people that stay up late. I have a set bedtime, and I try really, really hard to stick to that unless I have a little bit more freedom in my schedule, and it allows me to things that helps me with balancing my 9 to 5 and my business is I have to use a planner, okay? I have everything in this planner. So I use my cell phone too, but I absolutely love having a planner, okay? I have to use this planner for everything. So it helps me keep my deadlines. It helps me keep my appointments for my personal side. It helps me when sometimes my work schedule changes or if I have to work late. So I use my planner for everything. And then I also work really hard to set realistic boundaries. If you don't have any boundaries or manage your client expectations, it's going to be really hard to balance the two. Now, I haven't always been really successful at this. Like when I first started really, really working my business, I mean, this is the point where I started taking it seriously and I started treating it like a business instead of a hobby. I used to take so long to get back to clients. I would miss messages. I would miss things because it was hard to juggle both. My job was demanding more of me, more of my time, and it just became a lot. And it was because I didn't have, I wasn't setting proper expectations, nor was I managing my time wisely. So time management is a huge, huge, huge factor in your success in managing your 9 to 5 and your business. You also have to think about what's going to be realistic for you. I know for me, which is why I don't typically take clients during the week, that it's a lot for me. I'm not real client friendly. I'm not real client friendly after I get off work, y'all. So, I mean, my job some days can be really stressful. It can be really demanding. And sometimes I just don't have it to give. And I don't try to find it either. I don't make excuses for me not feeling up to it. I do, if I say I'm going to do something, I try really hard to make sure that I'm going to be where I say I'm going to be, and I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do. I also set realistic boundaries. So this is what I mean by setting realistic boundaries. I try to only talk to my clients or anything like that after work. So I set a period of time, about 45 minutes after I get off of work. I'll make any client calls or respond to any emails. I'll set like 45 minutes to do that because, again, y'all, when I get off of work, I don't want to spend all day on the phone. Not when you've had to spend all day on the phone talking to clients or talking to customers or things like that. Whatever you do in your industry, I just don't want to do it. So I don't force myself to do it because the later it gets for me, I'm not as productive and I get really cranky when I get tired and sleepy. And then the later it gets, again, remember I told y'all I go to bed on time. So 9:30, your girl is shutting it down and I'm in the bed. Okay. So I tend to cut off my schedule about 7 o'clock. That gives me time to wind down. That gives me time to eat, settle in, anything I need to do for myself. So typically I don't talk to clients after 7. I try really hard not to check my business phone. I try really hard not to check any emails. And if I have to at some point work a little bit after 7, then I make sure to cut it off by 7:30. Because again, I need time to refresh and reflect and to rest because I have to get up tomorrow and do it all over again. The other thing that you have to work on is making sure you have a proper balance between self care and days off. So, one of the things that I started putting into practice was I would take one weekend off a month where I wouldn't take any clients for no reason at all. I mean, in some days, y'all, it's hard. It's hard to say no to clients or no, but then I had to learn to start putting my health and my self care, make it a priority. Otherwise, just think about it. You work already Monday through Friday. If you're working Saturday and sometimes you work on Sundays, well, now hold up. I don't always work on Sundays, but sometimes after church, I may go and do a quick shoot or I may do a quick makeup or something like that. But typically, I try really, really hard to make sure I don't do anything on Sunday except for what I want to do. You have to take your self-care and those things seriously because when you're working like that, like there's no real time for you and you have to learn to check in with yourself. So I typically take one weekend off a month. I try to make sure that I have proper self-care. Okay, so let's just recap. You want to make sure that you have a proper scheduling system, something that you can make sure that you're going to be on time where you're supposed to be. Next year, I'm working on making sure I can delegate some stuff. So that's going to take a lot of stuff off my plate that I won't have to worry about. And then self-care. Make sure that you have proper self-care, proper days off, scheduling vacation time. Like you have to schedule time for yourself. And so that's one of the things that I am learning, that time for me is important and it's okay to be off. Here's the thing. Your clients are your clients, and those people who are going to be there for you, they'll be there and they'll be happier with you because you're happier because you've taken the proper time off. Set realistic expectations and boundaries for not only yourself, your family, and your clients. That's one of the things that I have sometimes over communicate, which sometimes really gets on my nerves, but I mean, what can you do? All you can keep doing is just keep reinforcing those boundaries, reinforcing those expectations, reinforcing what you can do, what you can't do, and what people can expect from you. I hope this was helpful. I hope that you guys got something out of this video. Stay tuned for next week's video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.